Go. Fuck.
Hey guys. Welcome to How to Suck at Recording. I'm Britton.
My name is Dan.
And we're running into our kind of our rundown of what actually happened at NAMM 2019.
This was a rough one, guys.
Yeah.
Really, really rough. So Black Star claims its new HT1R and HT5R Mark II are the perfect studio and practice amps. And dude, these are fine.
They're cool.
Oh, hold on. I need to set this to our proper output, and I need to do that. Oh shit! I'm just bad. I'm just bad today. All right, here we go. We don't hear that. Can you make that so we hear that? There we go.
Every single time, without fail, I'm gonna forget to hit the monitor button.
This white dude is pretty good at guitar.
So, before we decided to start recording, I was talking about how I love my MiG 100 Sovtech amp and how they were kind of the first at the affordable tube amp game. I think this is another continuation of that. I don't think this amp sounds bad per se. I'm just wondering how much studio magic is involved in making this sound so lush and vibrant.
Yeah, it's a expensive mic, expensive looking mic in front of that.
I just don't know.
Amp.
And that's a room with a lot of reflections, bro. You're recording one amp.
That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal when you're dealing with a small amp, though.
I don't know, man. How much is the space versus the reverb of the actual amp?
I mean, that mic is right up on there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Come on and do it. Play those chords. Do it. Yeah. Let it ring out just a little bit.
It's definitely got that AC/DC top gain.
Okay. That's enough. I don't want to see any more of that.
It's $350 for the small guy, right?
Something like it.
It's not the worst.
Hey, here's our favorite one. When I come around. So, the Green Day pedal.
People are saying it's most likely going to be based on Billy's modded Marshall Plexi 1959 SLP reissue. Which fueled the guitarist's tones during that era. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't. It's an overdrive pedal, pretty much, unless it's just this is the box version of whatever.
When masturbation lost its fun and you're fucking lazy, bite my lip and close my eyes.
But Sugarfoot never played in that band.
Yeah, this is that's just I don't know.
I don't know either, man. Time will tell on that.
Earplugs.
I mean, hold on. Back to this Billy Joel thing before we get into this monitor.
Oh, you want to go back? Okay.
This has become a systemic thing. Where these guys aren't tone monsters. It's just oh, here's a pedal to fill. Is there even a market void for this pedal? Did we need 90s tone in a box? Pop punk needs more pop punk pedals, even though there are already a ton of pop punk pedals. Is this the one to kill all pop punk pedals?
I mean, it has to be.
I don't know.
But I definitely agree that this is shit. This is shitty.
I mean, like, how many times have you like gotten like a Jimi Hendrix wah pedal and been like, this is ass in a pedal? Like, there's so many like signature pedals that just don't sound good.
And this one says right on
says-
the label, it says Dookie. So please give us better stuff, MXR. I love MXR. MXR is like
Their actual pedals are really nice.
yeah, they definitely make good pedals.
All right, slow day. Let's get into the meat of the bone.
Eventide.
Let's listen to the video, man.
This isn't a video.
At the bottom.
Was there a video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here we go. Sounds like a modulation pedal.
I like the delay. I do like the delay part of it.
Yeah,
I think
sounds good.
Yeah. I ride for it. I think it's definitely trying to keep up with like the live version of the 21st century, like glitchy.
I think that video was really shitty.
Yeah, it was a horrible video, and like the whole like ringing, repeating note thing fast, like like I'm like, all right, cool. It can do something that a computer also does.
Yeah.
I want the pedal. That's like as a theory, I want this pedal. All right, did we skip these monitors? Let's go back to other monitors. Let's talk about this.
You want to talk about these?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to hit all these points.
They go in your ear.
Well, all right, so they're supposed to be like really good monitors, right? For in-ear reference headphones. Most of the time over-ear, headphones have been doing this job. $200 says that this is going to be a lot better. I want this because if I can have something that's travelable and easy to take with me everywhere where I'm using headphones a lot, I would probably this is up my alley.
Yeah, it says $200. This could be good.
It could be good. I want to have a chance to hear them before,
Yeah, take a look.
Yeah, man.
That's something we need to take a look at. All right. This is bullshit. This is such bullshit.
I love how like sometimes like things just slip into the news for no apparent reason, and this is one of them. They even like had like the most waste of time. Like 5 people were in the crowd for NAMM watching this like lady and this keyboard player ham it out. Like this is important news.
This is good though.
Yeah.
So yeah, that last thing, total bullshit. This is not.
Pocket operator goes modular. Step 1. Let's build. Think twice. And once.
I don't know. Actually,
Step
this
2.
does seem kind of like bullshit.
Modules.
No,
Introducing
that's
the
cool,
400
I
system.
guess.
3 chassis. 15 modules at launch.
I'm
Square, saw, sine, VCA, LFO, mixer, speaker, envelope. Starting
conflicted.
at $149. No! Oh no!
I'm definitely conflicted about this.
Are
Definitely conflicted.
like all teenage engineering things, there is a certain mix of like playfulness and like prosumerness, like childlike behavior, and then some like cool things within that, like making accessible modular synthesizers for people is very much like a revolution we much need. Is it how viable is that? I mean, at 150, because it's so budget friendly and the
It's $350 for that
for
that high end one.
Yeah, so the 350 and you get something like that, and the criticism, I can see where you're coming from. I see the positive. If I can have
I just get pissed off from
it might break easily. That's what the only thing I'm really worried about is that like you build the thing and then like you're fucking around with it and then it just like pisses on you, right? It just breaks.
I'm not worried about me breaking it. I'm worried about it breaking before it gets to my house.
You have to assemble it. It's all flat packed.
Yeah.
So like those are you have to bend it to the thing. Like everything is flat packed, so you assemble it basically. So it won't fuck up when shipping. It's just you fucking it up in the future.
Okay, maybe I don't understand like modern shipping like stuff, but still, it needs to travel
Yeah.
from one place to another, and it needs to get to my house eventually if I pay for it. And I don't know.
It might suck.
It looks cool. It really looks cool. I would love to play with this thing. It's a little out of my price range as far as like
It's an expensive toy.
voices, like different voices that I have in the synthesizer realm. But yeah, it's cool, and I've always liked teenage engineering stuff. But anyway, moving on.
You'll be the judge of that when you guys. Maybe I'll pick like one of the cheaper ones up. I don't know. I feel like. Well, here's the thing. This is where your viable criticism comes in, right? Like when you're spending money on equipment in general, like you're trying to get the most like long term out of your investment, no matter how little of money you're spending. And when you take something like that on, which is like half toy, half like thing. You don't know what you're getting. You know what I mean? You don't know if you're going to get this really cool, like, inspirational tool, or you're going to get something that you're like, oh, this is kind of neat. I'm going to probably not use this that often.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The iRig. Oh, yeah. This is one of the funniest. This is one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time.
This is the fucking most cheese dick piece of shit. Hey guys, let me take my iRig. Hey, cause I need to make my rent. Put some coins in the fucking hat, guys.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
So there's this guy on Venice Beach.
Goodness.
So there's a guy on Venice Beach. You've seen him. He rides around on rollerblades with a hat and he just shreds the whole time through. That's what that amp is for. It wasn't made for anybody else. They're saying it's for other people. It's not. It's for that guy on rollerblades so he can annoy the shit out of you while he's shredding on his Ibanez guitar. At 150 bones.
Dude, we should watch this again.
Okay, one more time.
I feel like there's a lot of...
Okay, the synthesizer bass is worse enough, and then she's trying to feel it too hard.
She's like the jazzer.
No, yeah. Just nodding
She's
her head.
so into it, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta get into it.
You're feeling it. It's the spiritual.
Gotta get into it.
It's the spiritualness of it all. And I want my amp head level to compete with my headphone sound. Wait, hold on. This is... Okay, that's fine. Oh, we're going. I want you to register this, that he's about to like...
Easy to carry anywhere. You're just gonna get your SG out, like right on this side of the street, and you're gonna choose.
Where's your guitar, lady?
You're gonna choose your amp outlets, like choose your later. Oh my god! This is the funniest.
I just love that
this is the funniest video.
Her amp was ear level, even though she had her headphones on. Like, it was the most, like, wow, just in case I want to take my headphones off, I got to hear it. While you're Stevie Wondering the shit out of yourself. Just snaking that head around like you're making the most important riff. You're doing this. Everybody does this. Why does every guitar player just like, all right, this is how I'm gonna freak it. This is and then you got your snake head on. I've done this before because I think I'm being so in the moment. Lies.
Oh, that's too much.
All right, next thing.
That's too much, baby. We need to get away from that. Oh.
It's
So like IK Multimedia, they did they have a new interface. Jesus. There's a drum.
Okay, so this was all right. So I don't necessarily want.
Here's
to
the
go
Dumble overdrive. What were you gonna say?
No, all right. Full disclosure, we lost some audio and we had to re-record this. So we watched this and we compared this to an actual Dumble like demo. I don't want to do it again because it takes up a lot of time. But if you get a chance, go look up what a Dumble overdrive special actually sounds like, and then listen to this video.
Yeah. Oh man. This is really sad.
I feel bad that that's not even a real Fender.
Really?
Yeah, when you see him play again.
Yeah. What is that? Like a... Oh, man.
Yeah, he's got the sustainer on there too. Like he's like
Whatever. I mean, whatever. That could be a good guitar still, but
the Tachi, which promises to capture the tones of the
Oh, here we go.
legendary
We got
Dumble overdrive special.
now we got the PRS Tremonte, which is a brand PRS that I actively dislike.
I do not enjoy it. 1,000 ohm.
God.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like a Dumble.
I don't want to hear.
Like
I don't want to hear
it doesn't
anymore.
sound like a Dumble.
Electron's Cryptic new product.
All right, let's do it.
Teases, raises. New product teaser raises more questions than answers.
This is so gross. This is definitely like when people go, all right, this is the market segment that we're going for is guys who buy lattes in Williamsburg and never actually play out live. They're like, yeah, that's it. They make a lot of Instagram videos though,
Just
with superfluous tape machines.
You know, yeah. I think
Nobody knows what that's for though, by the way. So we're speculating on what it is. It could be like the best synth ever, but
Gibson's back.
yeah.
How about Gibson?
23 guitars and basses.
23 strong.
That means like they're coming deep. They're gone.
23 strong guitar.
Gone are the Min E-tunes, the widened necks, the freaky holograms, or any other. What was it? Hold on. Any other bullshit, I guess. Right?
Any other what?
The freaky holograms or any other.
Gone are the Min E-tunes, widened necks, freaky holograms, or any other gimmicks. This back to basics range focuses on the brand's core assets, its classic models.
That include new Les Paul Juniors.
This Les Paul looks really good. This one right here.
I like that.
It looks good.
Which one's the I like that.
This one looks good too.
I'm not in.
All these guitars look really good.
I like the Les Paul the best.
I mean, but yeah, the Les Paul, the Les Pauls look the best.
Are they being made in Nashville still?
I hope so.
Oh, a Chuck Berry ES350T. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Whoa.
That gold top.
Gold top.
It's kind of sexy.
Gold top with the P90s. Hell yeah.
These are.
I'm all about that.
I'm glad that there isn't any douchelness to it.
I can't zoom in anymore. But yeah, these are great looking guitars.
For a second, Gibson was like the Orange County Choppers of guitars.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
It's just like really cheesy, like hot rodded guitars for no reason.
I don't know that show.
You would laugh.
I would laugh if I knew. Yeah. But these dude, these four guitars look really great. Like they look great.
They actually do look good. Maybe
not just good, just they look great. I really think Gibson can make a comeback. They probably will. They probably will.
How expensive are they though? I mean, that's the thing. It's like, are these ranges?
Oh yeah, they're going to be expensive as hell. I think that if they have a Les Paul that is like around the $500 range, they will just kill
I don't know.
Become an icon for current like young players. You know?
I don't really know if these are gonna I for sure that studio's not a $500 guitar. That's got to be at least a G.
Yeah,
you know, like
this particular one, if they could make it for like, it's not going to be under. Oh, this is $900.
That's reasonable. That's
for one pickup.
What's the second guy? Let's take a look at this. They're not telling you.
Yeah, this I don't see him out coming up.
Why does he get
well,
$999?
now it's $1,000.
So
well, there's a
you want the
difference
extra pickup? It's gonna cost you, all right? Another $100. Fucking breaking my back over here.
Fuck this. Yeah, the Les Paul double cutaway.
Why is that the only one with the price?
For $900 is too much. It's too much. Way too much.
What's that? I wish I could know the other way. Is there any other prices?
No, nothing. Nothing else on this website has a price. Oh wait, the Les Paul Studio is $1,500.
That's expensive, man.
Very expensive
for your entry level main guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, it is entry level. You know, it's it's a Les Paul Studio.
What's the Les Paul special?
Nothing else. Oh, $1,600 for the Les Paul Special.
Why is that more expensive?
What are you doing? I don't know. I think it's the pickups.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got P90s. I guess those are more expensive for some reason. The Les Paul Jr. one pickup, $1,500. The SG Standard, $1,500. The SG Standard 61, $1,800.
So this is my thing. Is it really a comeback?
The SG Junior, $1,400. $1,400.
The double cut is your best deal right now. That's sad.
The SG Standard 61
with the vibrola,
$2,000. The SG Standard 61 sideways vibrola, $2,000.
No price. Chris Cornell tribute. Oh, that's so gross. Go back. You said you were done with your pandering. What is this?
The Chris Cornell ES 335 tribute.
He was known for singing in Soundgarden, dickhead.
No price.
What a scam.
Thunderbird bass.
You're all hype, Gibson.
$23,000. $2,300.
And behind door number 2.
The Les Paul Jr. tribute DC bass, $1,000. The Flying V.
Okay, see about
$17,000. $1,700. Are you out?
No, I can't.
I mean, we've been looking at this for a while. We should probably.
How much is the Firebird? Just let's find out and let's get it over.
The Firebird is $2,000.
And what's the Explorer?
The Explorer is $1,700.
You know, if I'm a successful rock band, I guess I'd buy the Explorer just to have an Explorer lying around.
Gotta love it, man. What a fucking awesome guitar.
It is a great guitar. These are expensive guitars, man. I mean, I don't feel like Gibson's really just trying to get a professional market at this point. It's like for the guy who needs one steady axe for all his gigs.
No, I kind of just want to look at this.
Oh my god!
For a while, I kind of just want to.
Why is this news?
Zoom in on this one. That's a bass. If you ask me, that's a bass.
Why are we subjecting ourselves to this?
Look at those Look at those strings and look at those pickups.
There'll be $79 during a blowout sale at Guitar Center right before they go through bankruptcy for the 5th time this year. All right, like nobody needs this in their lives. Like
Court guitars.
and like since no one cares about these these guitars, like they always arrive with like a shitty setup, and like the dad's like fucking trying to find something for Bobby, and he's like, "Oh, my kid's not cool enough to play guitar." Maybe this little fucker can take a bass.
The kid's panicking.
Yeah.
The dad's panicking that his kid is not cool enough to play guitar.
He's like,
So he's like, what kind of bass accessories can I get instead?
That's exactly what's going on right there.
Oh my God.
Enter the court bass.
That's where this chord bass comes from.
Yeah. Enter the court bass.
All right.
All right, let's get to some important stuff. Electroharmonics mono synth turns your bass guitar into a fat vintage.
Let's watch this video before we talk some shit. Oh my God, this video. New York City, USA.
I like the nightlife.
This thing sounds like shit.
It's just, what is it like?
I know, it doesn't sound like shit.
What's this?
To me, it sounds like really, really like.
Hey, I'm
dumb.
Patrick. I'm here at Electro
sounds
Harmonics in
dumb.
New York City, and you've been listening to the new bass mono synth.
Oh, thank
it
you,
transforms
Patrick.
any bass guitar into 11 different bass synthesizers. People love the sound and expressivity of monophonic synths.
Oh,
and
they
bass
love
mono
it.
synth
Yeah,
really
people love
excels
it.
at creating these
I
sounds.
don't know.
By the way, monophonic means that only
By
one
the
note can
way.
be played at a time. The controls are really easy to use. Dry and synth are both volume controls.
I
You
can't
can
watch
layer up the
this.
sounds to
Stop
get just
it
the
right
right
now.
mix.
Move it forward just a little bit. Whatever. This is.
I mean, hey.
There's nothing new about this.
No, I mean, this is just more of the same old shit.
And
With 11 presets, but unlike the Synth 9 pedal, the presets aren't aiming to emulate
this
the
one
synth.
goes all the way up to 11.
So, when you're in this Daft Punk cover band, that's basically like what that kind of. It's like, oh, so hey guys, we have some Daft Punk songs that the bride wants us to cover. Bobby, can you just bust out the mono synth? We don't really want to pay Trevor to do the keyboards part. So I don't, that's what the conversation is. And then you're like, okay, I'll get it, guys.
Can you make sure that Trevor is like still down?
Yeah. But we gotta. I don't want to chip in for gas. The van. He's got the van. It's his responsibility.
All right, we got a couple more.
We went through we got the overdrive special. So MIDI 2.0,
That's it.
man.
MIDI 2.0, yeah.
This is the best news that we can really talk about right now. Actually, everybody's kind of the MIDI Association kind of got together, and so Roland, Ableton, Yamaha, basically a lot of companies, Google, everybody wants to update this.
So, like, there's this flow chart. We're showing it on the video. If you listen on the audio only, you won't see this. But there's this flow chart. I don't know exactly what to think about it.
Oh, dude, this is tight. So check it out. Well, I mean, I know you understand.
There's some like recall. Recall is like the big thing.
Here's the thing. There's your protocol negotiation right there, right? So it knows what it's doing. It knows that it needs to talk between the two. Property exchange is not supported through the defaults of these three protocols, right? But in the flow exchange, this is what we're gaining with MIDI 2.0 is that we get property exchange and recall from manufacturer model, list of patches, so on and so forth, the implementation. But then you get auto configuration, so you don't have to waste your time on some of those like more basic presets that you would have to like go through and manually do through MIDI 1.0.
Huh. All right. Cool.
Plus, there's higher resolution from what I hear on the rumors side of that.
Oh, more than
More than 128.
more than 128 per second. I don't know how much.
It's not per second. It's just the steps. So, because like when you let's say if you're editing the chorus on your synth patch or whatever, it's
So
128 steps.
Yeah, just for anybody who's just like who doesn't know about that, MIDI, all of the values that you can specify within MIDI have only 128 steps. So like a volume control on a particular voice only has 127 steps. So that can be a thing. Especially within digital recording.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, you got to think in the perspective that since we've had MIDI, we haven't changed MIDI, and life has gotten way more digital and complicated that MIDI would like to be a part of, right? Like to kind of create like a universal language that's up to date with what our technology can do for like synthesizers and software synths and stuff, and communication between these new analog products that are implementing MIDI as well and USB. This negotiation is really useful.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a long time overdue. This is probably the most exciting thing that they could have announced and like really gone into. I know it seems nerdy, but this is going to like change the game for a lot of manufacturers. Everyone's going to be on easier pages. It's going to make your life easier. That's just like, it's the greatest thing because it's just created literally.
Here's hoping that it just makes your life easier.
Because there's a lot of tedious stuff about mapping and stuff like that I really hope that is solved through all of this.
I guess you can donate as well.
I think you should.
They've raised $6,000 so far.
220.
And their goal is 12. So they're halfway there. Not the worst place to put a little bit of extra cash, I think.
Yeah. If you're using and utilizing this stuff, it's not only an archaic thing. I think it's good to have. Yeah, like look at this guy using an Ableton Push right now. I mean, like this like MIDI is literally like the backbone of pop music right now, and to have a good language update is really, really important.
It is. It really is. It really is the backbone of pop music. I think that is a really great way to put it.
So yeah, I think this is a good way to cap off 2019's events to look forward to. It's kind of sad for guitar players. I'm not gonna lie. Nothing really like super bonerific kind of.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, we've got all the toys already. But the digital front, man, there's some cool stuff on the front. I definitely think Teenage Engineering is going to keep things interesting for a little bit of more playfulness, and I'd like to see some more stuff out of them that's a little bit more hefty, maybe.
Yeah.
Not like the OP one. I feel like is a very interestingly like small thing.
I think modular synthesis is just like it's gonna be a thing, like.
I think it's already a thing.
I don't need to. Oh man, hold on a second. Got a siren outside. But anyway, yeah, I think it's gonna be a thing where like, I have a modular synthesizer at home, and that means I don't need to like go out and hang out anymore because I have this.
I don't play live anymore. I just create YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Or IG videos, like under 10-minute videos.
Yeah.
No albums. No albums, no live performances, just small excerpts of techno beats that I used with my ridiculously priced equipment.
Like I got an API channel and like.
But I would like a modular synthesizer.
A modular synthesizer. So like I don't like go out. Like it's kind of cool like when people come over because I can show them like how cool my synth is.
You would like a modular synth.
Yeah, I would. I would love it.
I remember when I had that monopoly, and that was like I that was again one of those things where you bragged about it. You bragged that you had some sort of archaic piece of analog equipment that.
Pocket operator goes modular.
This is
That's
one of
worst
the
ads.
worst ads I've ever seen for something I actually want. Fuck. All right.
All right.
Well, this has been our post NAMM.
Oh, you could get the vocal modular. I'm sure that's a lot cheaper than that. Remember? All right. Anyways,
Volca?
the Volca. Sorry, Volca.
The Volca.
The Vulcan.
All right. Volca.
What's the MSRP on that versus
Yeah. Dude, it's $150.
$199?
No.
$200 for the modular.
Oh,
$200
the modular is $200.
Dude, that's cheap as hell. Look at Korg.
Fuck, that's really good.
Look at Korg kind of swooping in on the teenage engineering gang and being like, "Yo, we're bigger, we're better, and we're smarter." Like $200 price point. Bam. Every 16-year-old who wants to be cool and has a bowl haircut.
If you're in high school, let me just say that the fact that you found this podcast is fascinating.
Fascinating.
It's fascinating.
And we're
First
worried,
of all,
we're worried for your parents.
we're not worried for your parents. We're proud of you.
We're proud of you.
And try and get a Korg Volca.
Yeah, man. $200. That's cheap. I'm sorry. That's an affordable solution to like exploring synthesis.
Absolutely.
It's affordable. I
Yeah.
think that
It's within the range that a white man can handle.
Well, here. All right. I that's funny and true. And yeah, I mean, I get that. But also it's cheaper than a cellular phone when you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Significantly cheaper than a
Yeah,
cellular
I paid
phone.
more for my phone than that.
Yeah, I mean, so as long as we're dicing these tomatoes here, if we're parsing these hairs, that's an afford. Because you were complaining about the teenage engineering actual modular thing where it expands or whatever. That's like $450
Yeah, but it wasn't made by children, slaves.
It's true. It was made by people in Europe, right?
I think so.
And you have to assemble part of it. So and
Yeah.
Dan, so a Chicago Puerto Rican Polish man.
What?
That would be those hands. That's what the hands produced.
What are you, man? What is your ethnic? Okay, so let me just say, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's talk about this.
All right.
My history is, I'm from Chicago. My mom's Polish. My dad's Puerto Rican, and that's like a classic thing in Wicker Park.
Yeah, this
in
is true.
Chicago.
True.
And we call it Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Oh, that's the best thing ever. That's the best thing.
And so,
ever.
what are you, Britton?
I was born in the West Coast, in Salem, Oregon, which is like the hippie capital, like the capital of Oregon, right, as a state capital, but it's also just like a bunch of weird outlier hippies.
Oh,
and
my cat was sneezing.
Yeah, so I guess our heritage is technically just, various shades of white, like just up and down. We got some Irish, we got some English, we obviously with a name like Britain, right? Not obvious, I guess. I don't know. And then like some like there's like this, I don't know, like there's some weird like, Dutch, Swede, French. Basically they just tell me I'm white. That's where I'm at.
White.
Yeah, just white. Run of the mill white.
I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Me? I know who I am. I'm a dude.
What the fuck?
Me?
All right.
Why were you just sampling Tropic Thunder, bro? Like, what's going on?
You were talking about your history, and I was very impressed with that.
Oh, what? This guy's like,
And away we go.
John Wick. worth it or not.
Yeah, this might be good.
Was we wrong about the APC Live? So 2 weeks ago, I covered the APC Live leak, and when we saw the machine, we didn't know much about it because obviously it wasn't released yet. Fast forwarded to now, and Akai has dropped the Force.
May the force be with you.
Force. Let's roll that intro.
He's going over the Force, man.
So, well,
this was like the big thing.
Yeah.
This was like the big thing.
So the Akai Pro Force
Treptendo.
is a
This guy-
standalone unit
this
that
guy's-
has a whole bunch of
this guy
bells and
rules.
whistles. And I want to give a shout out to MXX Audio and Sample Magic because they have included some pretty cool samples within that. Those are two companies that do a great job of making
Produce
drums and samples.
Force.
So we already know it's going to be loaded with a bunch of great stuff for you to get started with. And on top of that, this machine
Play,
itself
perform,
will boast
produce,
its own plugins
completely standalone.
made by Air Technology. So if you are
Own
a fan of
plugins.
Expand and all the other
Yeah,
great
Air
plugins from
Technologies,
that
they made
company
structure.
is going to be inside
Real
of the
jank-ass
Force.
plugin.
Now with that, I have a whole bunch of hype for
See,
it. The
this is
links
what
will
I'm
be in the
saying, is that,
description
like-
box so you can
oh,
check
okay.
it out. And that's what we're going to do in this
Why-
video.
why
of
are you
course.
hyping up some
And
bullshit,
let's
bro?
go ahead and do that. So taking a look at this thing right
Air
here, the Force.
Dude,
looks
this guy
really good.
rules.
I mean, I can't help but to
He's
throw in a
selling you
Star
on
Wars
it,
meme
man.
somewhere.
No, he's not selling me on the product. I
So the
think
main thing I really
he
like
just
about it, and
rules.
some people
this guy
didn't
rules.
like about it, was
We
the
love you,
fact that
bro.
it has a nice bulky size to it. I'm fine with that because the bulky size is because they have a lot of stuff inside of there. Obviously, it's gonna have its own motherboard. It has an OLED screen. It has some really good tactile buttons. The chassis is fine for what it is. The other thing that I like about it, it has a lot of IOs, so you'll be able to do things like record records in there. So if you have a nice vinyl collection, you'll be able to add that to your production. So I'm really excited about that because I am a huge fan of the Push 2. And if it's anything like
Oh,
the
he's
Push
talking about the
2,
Push.
which it is, and I recommend that you see some
Like,
of the
is the
overview
Push
videos.
2 like
and
an
I have
Ableton
the right
thing?
one linked to you so you'll see it.
He's talking
The
about how-
early leaked photos didn't do it any justice.
It's basically
and I
a
kind of
Push
felt that
2.
way when I posted the video. I was
But,
like, this is
I
not
mean,
gonna
this
do it
is a
any
standalone
justice, but it's
thing. Like,
early
it
out.
can
But a lot of people, of course,
operate
are very
on its
judgmental
own.
early
Yeah,
without
but
just sitting there and waiting until it's
Why?
announced. And it also has some of the stuff from
Yeah,
the
you're right.
MPCX.
You're
like
right
the
to
values
ask
of
that.
the parameters. And you see you have your 8 parameters that you get to control along with the clips here. So if you're very familiar
I
with
like
the
this guy's
workflow
videos,
of the
though.
Ableton Push, your XLR and quarter
Yeah,
inch
he's like-
for ForceAkaiPro.com. And as you can see, you know, you'll be able to check out.
Hold up. Time out.
Still language. So
This dude's cool and all, but like, yo, so everybody knows about this guy's hair now, right? Like, the secret's out. Like, this dude.
That's some high hair.
Well, all right. So here's the thing. Like, evidently, this may have tantalized a couple of heads in the production game from an electronic standpoint, right? I still stand by my fact that like my idea that it's kind of like chintzy in versus like DAW functionality. Like, you can get, you know, even though that some of this stuff is expensive, still like a Push 2 is like still like $700 or $800, but then
Traptendo.
the flexibility you get with your DAW and just learning how to use workflow a little bit better versus like, oh, I'm going to dump this into my DAW and I'm never going to learn how to use it and just put 2 tracks up and that's how I'm recording my beat in. You're not winning. Nothing like, why would you spend that much money on like something so standalone when you know you're going to still end up dumping to like some sort of DAW? I'm like really like wondering it all.
Yeah, so you're kind of like,
Workflow still goes back to the same place.
yeah. So like,
Why sacrifice sound quality at the beginning just so you don't have to sit at your computer necessarily right then and there?
right on. Like when you plug one thing into another thing,
Yeah.
like you're sacrificing
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I mean, like,
No matter what the plug-in is, no matter what the plug is.
no. And like, you know, it's like, that's why I personally went more conscious about like using drum machines or something that's like physical if I want that kind of quality. Because going from digital to digital, just different sampler to different sampler, you're just transferring data then at that point, I think. Like, you're not gaining anything unless you're like, your preamps are like ungodly great or something. Or you're trying to do some signal processing, but like, I don't know. There's just like a lot to be said about like, oh, like we're using samples from Sample Magic. Well, fucking, you can get Sample Magic samples from your like factory Ableton library that you already paid like $800 for. You know what I mean? Like, you've already paid so much money to get functionality out of your DAW, and then you're just like gravitating away from it for what reason?
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, those are all my questions.
That's like,
I know that I
where are you coming from?
yeah, I'm just coming from that. Like, well, I got the idea of an MPC or like the SP1200, right? These are samplers that you can play things off of to create these kind of like interpolated tracks. Then those tracks would go into like your DAW because you couldn't really have a good way to make those kind of tracks in your DAW at that point in time. Then everything kind of caught up to itself.
Does anyone want ATC
So,
in
like,
Atlanta right now?
You know, like to jump ahead into that realm where you're now just using your DAW to do all of the functionality of a basic sampler. The only thing that Akai really had an edge on the game from at that point was their quantization factors for like swing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And now that's well documented as grooves, and now people just sell those. And like, so it's just like, well, you just need to get into knowing your instrument. You need to get into knowing how to do these things. And if utilizing a $1,500 piece of equipment is the only way you can do that, I highly question like your motivations then, because that's weird. Like, you already had to spend so much time doing all this other shit. Like, it's late. It's a weird kind of thing to do in today's staging of how production works.
It's definitely weird to do music.
Yeah, that's true too, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm saying that from purely like a workflow standpoint, and my opinion on this is purely like just me asking like realistic questions. Like, there's no analog components. I'm not gaining anything really.
I'm there with you, man. I'm like following it and like very much interested in pretty much anyone's like take on this whole situation.
I think that it's interesting that the Akai Force became the centerpiece on that, because Korg did the Cross. Remember, they're trying to come back with the workstation. So that's just more key based. That nobody really talked about that one, and they have like the neon colors and shit. So what are we looking at?
Taxi to the straight ahead on Lima 7 to the first gate on your right. There's an F-18 that was being dispatched right now. You can just kind of like
We're so off
play
topic
chicken
on
with
the
him,
video.
bob and weave a
I'm
bit,
sorry
and,
if
like,
you're watching
swerve
this on the
off to his
YouTube
right side and then park in
and
one of
you're
those
like
gates
looking
that
at
the
like,
logo-
why are we watching this? Because
Okay, if you could make a sound
I got
effect
on a
that swerve from
soapbox
that
and
aircraft,
Dan
we'll be
totally
watching
lost
the
it
tower.
paying attention for a while, and he was like, yeah.
Radio check.
Very good. Yes, radio check. I got you 5 by 5. buddy.
This is like it's like flight simulator, and like some dude who takes it really seriously but also has a really good like sense of humor.
Oh my gosh.
So he knows like all of the lingo.
Oh man.
And that's the funniest part, is the lingo. All right. Anyway, we need to cut this off. We've been going for quite a while.
48 minutes.
And you've been a very gracious listener,
Yeah.
and we appreciate that immensely. So anyway, my name is Dan,
My name's Britton
and this is a recording.
of How to Suck at Recording.
Yes. And if you would like to learn more about how to suck, just keep listening to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. I can't really say much more.
Yeah, man. Yeah, try it. Be on the lookout for us on iTunes hopefully soon on the podcast. But
Yeah, we'll be on iTunes and Spotify. And, you know, if you don't suck now, you know,
plenty of time.
yes.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.